পরবর্তী যে guest আছে, she comes from the world's largest food and beverage company and obviously one of the top conglomerates food and beverage company here in Bangladesh, Nestle থেকে। So please welcome Tanzina। Tanzina আপু আমাদের শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? So Tanzina Tarique, she is the manager of corporate communications and CSV, which is creating social value and also corporate affairs of Nestle Bangladesh.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you so much for having me. It's a privilege to
first
be
of all,
able.
Thank you so much because apni saradin probably আপনাদের একটা World Environment Day program ছিল, so you were extremely busy the whole day.
না মানে সারাদিন পরেও I really feel good to be connected because I have seen few এবং মাঝে মাঝে I was checking on few interesting sessions, so I'm really glad that I could, although it's kind of like a end of the day, but it's a perfect way to end the day.
Thank you so much. আমরা আপনি সারাদিন যেটা করছেন সেটার গল্প আমরা শুনবো, ঠিক আছে? So I think we can just start with that, ঠিক আছে? So can we talk about যে আপনার সারাদিনের আজকে যে World Environment Day টা, ঠিক আছে? So how did you celebrate it and what potential impact do you see it happening, ঠিক আছে? Then we'll move on to whatever sustainability approaches next.
Thank you so much. So firstly, I want to say that Nestle has a very robust and detailed plan that is called Roadmap to Net Zero. যেখানে আমরা at all operational level we have relooked this approach to bring down the carbon emission to zero by 2050. এবং এটারই একটা পার্ট হচ্ছে afforestation by reforestation যেটা আপনি যেটা বলেন। So as a part of the afforestation we have taken some great projects যেখানে আমরা tree plantation করছি with lots of local government authorities, education institutions and Department of Environment and everything. But today was very special because ajke we have done a nationwide tree plantation campaign jeta amra 64 ta jelate engaging all the education institutions that we probably could, like more than 200 education institutions আমরা একযোগে একসাথে tree plantation drive টা করেছি। and very interestingly আমরা যখন CSR বা sustainability এর কথা বলি, it's very much corporate driven, মানে বলা হয় যে corporate, usually from corporate affairs we drive this, but today we have driven it with our sales team. So sales team jaderke actually bhaba hoy je they are here for targets and then ensuring visibility of our products, they have dedicated an entire day for sustainability, which was the most unique proposition of this project. Across the functions also amra tree plantation korechi. We really wanted to do this because it sorts of give you that awareness and advocacy among the youth jara college ba school e ache, তারা কিন্তু বোঝে না যে আমার পার্টটা কি। উই টেল देम যে আপনাদের এটা তোমাদের দায়িত্ব, পৃথিবী বা পরিবেশ দূষণ রোধে তোমাদেরও দায়িত্ব আছে, বাট হোয়াট ইজ ইট দ্যাট আই ক্যান ডু ফর মাই প্ল্যানেট, নট ইভেন যেটা হাম্বল হতে পারে বাট যেটা এক্সিকিউশনেবল এবং দ্যাট উইল হ্যাভ অ্যান ইম্প্যাক্ট অন দ্য প্ল্যানেট, সো দে ডোন্ট নো। But আজকে we took a sustainability awareness training as well, যেখানে we told them that how in a very humble way or steps they can actually be a part of the roadmap of net zero and how they can protect their own planet, which is their own territory, make it more green and make it more environment friendly. So I was very touched এবং in every sessions and every tree plantation pictures that we are getting from nationwide, একদম কিছু ছিল একদম রিমোট প্লেসে মাদ্রাসাতে যেখানে বাচ্চারা ট্রি প্ল্যান্টেশন করছে and they were very excited about it. It's not like something that is imposed, but they were voluntarily joining, very happy. We tried to make them understand why plants are very important and what roles they play in this emission and global warming. So this is very this was very heartwarming sessions for all of us, for all the Nestle employees today. Nestle employees voluntarily also participated in this campaign এবং we are also driving like a plus একটা এই যে awareness session যেটা আমরা শুরু করেছি today, we are actually continuing this in this year. We'll try to reach as much schools and education institutions as possible because behavioral change is the key. এটা আমাদেরকে বুঝতেই হবে। একটা হচ্ছে ইনফ্রাস্ট্রাকচার চেঞ্জ যেটাতে আই থিংক পলিসি মেকারস এন্ড অল দি বিগ শটস উইল ওয়ার্ক, বাট ওই যে ইউথের মধ্যে যে বিহেভিয়ারাল চেঞ্জটা আসা উচিত ফর দি নেক্সট জেনারেশন টু অ্যাকচুয়ালি এনহ্যান্স দেয়ার কোয়ালিটি অফ লাইফ, Nestle will always be driving that project.
Fantastic. So Apu, this was just today, and আমরা দেখলাম যে আসলে eventually এটা তো বড় একটা impact ফেলবে, not only among the school children and among the communities that you work in, but also amongst your employees. যেটা আমরা কিন্তু একটু আগে কনফারেন্স গ্রুপে তারিক ভাই থেকেও শুনছিলাম একই কথা, যে চেঞ্জ অ্যাকচুয়ালি ডাজ বিগিন এট হোম। এমপ্লয়ীদের যত মোটিভেট করা যায়, আসলে একটা টিম মানে usually, because I was in a CSR team IDFC তে, we didn't actually have a lot of people আমাদের গ্রুপের মধ্যে, and the largest team is usually the sales team. So if you can influence them and if you can make change happen, I think you can do a lot of things.
Right.
তো তানজিনা আপু, আমি একটু জিজ্ঞেস করেছি আপনাদের যে প্রথমে যে টার্মটা ইউজ করছিলেন, রোড ম্যাপ টু নেট জিরো। সো এটা তো একটা পিলার, তো অবভিয়াসলি it could be tree plantation. What are the other things that you do?
So we have four pillars under this roadmap to net zero, and first is climate change. যেখানে we are driving this project of reducing carbon emissions. এটা আমাদের ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং ইউনিট, আমাদের লজিস্টিক্স, আমাদের সোর্সিং, everywhere that we could possibly think of. For example, we were also thinking যে আমরা যে import করছি, how we can make it local sourcing, of course with maintaining the compliance and very stringent compliant parameters that we have. So we are relooking at everything, even at logistics level. I can tell you that we are rerouting, backhauling, and then we are thinking of all the possible solutions, greener solutions that we can reduce.
Localization actually won awards as well, right?
Yes, this was an award-winning initiative in 2021. And second pillar is sustainable packaging. I think a বছরের থিমটাও যে beat the plastic solution, we are trying to, under sustainable packaging, we also have three sub pillars. One is we are designing our packaging in a way that we reduce the plastic in it. We are changing our entire portfolio to reusable and recyclable materials. So in the course of time, 100% of our packaging will be recyclable. And we have plastic neutrality projects as well. The plastics that ends up in landfill, how we can bring them into the system, this circular economy, and make it recyclable so that it can be used again. So the shelf life increase করছি. So we are doing that. In terms of sustainable sourcing, I have already touched, but this is like an award-winning initiative. But আমরা farmers থেকে train করছি to encourage them to use regenerative agriculture, so that carbon sequestration or with soil quality, we can lengthen that, and we do not harm the environment even when we do the agriculture. এবং এর বাইরেও I think advocacy remains a very big part of our roadmap, because we realize that nothing will ever work out if we don't bring that behavioral change in people. So as a part of advocacy, we do showcase the best practices of Nestle world, but we also try to bring the youth in the conversation so that they understand what they need to do to be the next gen leader. So these are few things that we are covering, but I can tell you it's a farm to fork approach. So আপনি যেখান থেকে cultivate করছেন আপনার crops to even post consumer, we are also thinking about where goes my packaging after a consumer has eaten my product and has probably littered it in a place that we don't want to. But ওই partটা we are addressing it. So I would say that as you have begun to say, that we are actually we are leading food and beverage company, or nutrition, health and wellness company in the world. So I think our responsibility towards the place where we operate, for here example in Bangladesh, it's bigger. Our responsibility is bigger because why not? First of all, consumer trust us with the quality of food, and they also trust us with the planet. The food that we are growing for them is not at the cost of any environmental harm. So even before it is a compliant, it is a law, we are following the stricter regulation that comes from our internal organization, global organization. So that is what is the roadmap to net zero is all about.
Fantastic. আমি একটু প্রথম থেকে শুরু করি। I want to hear about each of the pillars eventually, because I think we can just focus on 2 or 3 since we are nearly at the end of our session.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the sustainability initiative that you took with the farmers, right? So basically, I think it also helped the farmers during the COVID-19 era, because ওই টাইমে যে একটা ফসলের সংকট পড়ছিল, and as an MNC and as a leading food producer, if you're localizing a lot of things while following the foreign best practices, I think a lot of the I think the price that they charge can actually potentially be higher as well, because obviously you can say they are their quality of production jeta hobe and yield jeta hobe, that's going to be a lot higher. Yes, if I'm assuming.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. And it's not just in the time of COVID. I think because COVID at time, but honestly, localizations for Nestle Bangladesh hasn't been an easy job. Considering the sort of compliance we are looking at, because we are preparing, food that is very sensitive. Food is actually very sensitive. It's actually, I know that when we eat it, it does not we don't feel it, but when we are producing it, we just make sense that someone can actually get it. But jeta hoyeche in the course of time, the beauty of this project is what I feel is that it has increased the employability of the farmers. This is the beauty
আমার মনে হয় একটি শেষ প্রশ্ন দিয়ে আমি আপনার আলোচনায় যুক্ত হতে চাই, যেটি হলো যে আমরা জানি যে নেসলে বাংলাদেশ বিভিন্নভাবে ক্রেতামুখী পণ্য তৈরি করছে, ক্রেতার সুবিধার্থে বিভিন্ন পণ্য তৈরি করছে, বা সব ক্রেতাকে
I think Asim bhai একটু face করছে technological, so what Asim bhai asked was, what's your plan about reducing the plastic in your packaging, and maybe you shared like at least a goal 2030 by 2030.
Okay, so as you know that আমরা ক্রেতামুখী যেটা বলছিলেন ভাইয়া যে ফুড প্রোডাক্টস, and alhamdulillah Nestle's business is consumers are accepting our products and liking our products for a longer time, and this will also, it will just increase. But আমরা এখন যেটা দেখছি সেটা হচ্ছে we are redesigning our packaging, যে if there are any unnecessary part of it that needs to be removed, we are removing it. So every quarter we review robustly je ki portfolio redesign kora jabe. Number two is we are cutting virgin plastic from our packaging. So in the course of time, a significant part of virgin plastic will be reduced from our packaging. So that are very two robust initiatives that we have taken. Of course, there are multiple sub initiatives under this project, but packaging theke ashole, if we the best thing that we can do is make it more recyclable and reusable.
অনেক ধন্যবাদ, অনেক ধন্যবাদ। আমরাও বিশ্বাস করতে চাই যে কর্পোরেটরা ডেফিনেটলি প্রফিট রেখে প্ল্যানেটকে প্রায়োরিটি দিবে এবং যথাসম্ভব প্লাস্টিকের ব্যবহার কমিয়ে পরিবেশ বান্ধব একদিকে পণ্য তৈরি এবং পাশাপাশি পণ্যের প্যাকেজিং এর ক্ষেত্রেও তারা আরো বেশি পরিবেশ সচেতন হবে। আমরা দেখেছি এক সময় যে নেসলের দুধের প্যাকেট কাগজ থেকে প্লাস্টিকে এসছে, নিশ্চয়ই করে নেসলে এখন নতুন করে ভাববে যে আবার কিভাবে প্লাস্টিক থেকে কাগজের প্যাকেটে যাওয়া যায়, এবং যেগুলোর বিকল্প পুনর্ব্যবহার আছে, বিশেষ করে টিনের কোটা, আমরা সময় দেখতাম নেসলের টিনের কোটা, সেই জায়গাগুলোতে আবার কিভাবে ফিরিয়ে নেওয়া যায় সেই পরিকল্পনা নেসলে নিশ্চয়ই দ্রুত সময়ের মধ্যেই করবে, এবং আমাদের ভোক্তা বান্ধব পরিবেশ বান্ধব পণ্য আরো আমাদের কাছে আরো বেশি মাত্রায়, যেমনটি করে তারা তাদের পণ্যের গুণগত মান বজায় রাখছে, একইভাবে পরিবেশগত বিষয়টিও তারা আরো ব্যাপকভাবে তার বিবেচনায় রাখবে। অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ তানজিনা তারিক আপনাকে পুরোটা সময় জুড়ে আমাদের সাথে যুক্ততায় থাকার জন্য এবং আপনার গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ইনসাইট গুলো দিয়ে আমাদের এই আলোচনাকে আরো বেশি সমৃদ্ধ করবার জন্য।
Thank you so much Asim bhai, thank you so much Adnan bhai, thank you.